If you're a person that struggles staying consistent and planning out your tasks for the week, and you feel very overwhelmed with keeping up the tasks, this video is going to help you. I'm a person that actually loses focus really quick. Growing up, my parents, my family used to say to me that you don't remember things, you're very like unorganized, you're somebody that struggles with keeping up tasks. If somebody tell me to do something, I used to struggle to even do those tasks. If you're someone that struggles with the same thing, this video is definitely going to help you. And what we do is that divide tasks into smaller tasks. So let's say we have a massive task for the week, and let's say I want to stay consistent with content, so we break that down, that content, into different categories. So let's say the first category is record the content, next thing will be edit the content, and then the last thing will be posting the content. So those are 3 categories that we need to do, and then we break those 3 categories into smaller categories. So the first one is, we said that we're gonna record the content. So how many days do we need to record the content? What content does it need to be recorded? Do we need models for those content? And then we take it further and further. So then it will be, the next one will be editing the content and posting the content, and you divide it into smaller tasks. And then for that week, you start with only one task. Let's say the first task will be recording the content. So what we do is we do 1 day a week for just recording the content, and then the following week will be editing the content, and then the last week will be posting the content. What we do is we pick one non-negotiable task. So as you start off, it's going to feel very overwhelming to do all of this in 1 month. So even if you feel like this is all about how you feel, if you feel like that is a lot for you, maybe start with only one task for the whole month. And if you feel like that's quite easy for me, so you move on to the next one, and you pick multiple tasks for the week, or maybe 2 tasks for the month. So from those tasks, make sure that you pick a non-negotiable task and an optional task. What I mean by that is that non-negotiable is something that definitely needs to be done, and that will be your main goal. Say that non-negotiable task will be done first, and then the optional task will be later on, depending on how you feel. The thing is that I used to struggle with is definitely time management. So time management kind of aligns together with planning your week. It's very important to leave a buffer time. So let's say that you have a task of recording the content. So what you do is you leave maybe a day or 2 before, so you can actually plan out the content, and then you do the shoot, and that will be your non-negotiable task. And then for example, let's say the negotiable task will be maybe pushing back the editing. So the editing will feel maybe at the end of the month, where you feel like more energetic, and it all depends on your work schedule and your life in general. You need to figure out what's the time that you can actually work the best at. For me, the first week of the month is actually where it's the quietest time for us in the salon. So I usually use that time to record the content, edit and post, because I feel like that's what works for me. And if I feel like that is actually not enough time, I push it in the next week. But my main non-negotiable is to get something done for that week, and it's mainly to get models in and record those content with the models. The other thing that helped me the most is the apps that I use to stay organized. I usually used to use a note app just to kind of write down all my tasks for the week, and I tick them at the end. That helped me, and then over time I felt like that kind of overgrown that, so I needed something a bit more focused. I use TikTok app. That is really good. You can kind of see your tasks for the week in 4 sections, but it's all on the same page. I realized with no app that over time I feel like I've been writing too many notes, and then I don't even go back to those notes. So that's why TikTok has been a lifesaver. But I think as a start off, you can start with the note app and see how you feel. Also, setting reminders helped me so much, because I've actually started remembering things. So every time I have a task or an appointment or anything that I have going on, I put it on my reminder app, and I make sure to actually leave time before the appointment. For example, let's say I have an appointment today, so what I'll do is I'll actually leave 2 days before the appointment to keep reminding me on my phone, so I keep seeing it and then I remember that I have something going on, so I don't forget. But that is me because I struggle with remembering. But if you're somebody that with better memory, you could do it for the day or a few hours before. That works great too. Also gave me the feeling of not stressing about unnecessary things. Like I feel like that was taking so much on my time throughout the week or throughout the month, and not remembering things and not staying organized. And to be successful, you definitely need to be on top of things and stay consistent and know exactly what's going on for the week. The other thing that helped me stay organized throughout the week / the month is to definitely set as many alarms as I can. Also on reminders now, they have the option where you can click to set an alarm for that task. That is something that I found out recently and it works great. But you can also use just the usual alarm app just to help you remember things and stay consistent and stay on time, because I used to struggle a lot with time management, and that is something that I can talk about next if you guys are interested. Those are all the tips that I have for you for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I hope to see you next time. Take care. Bye bye.